Hi, I'm Nige.
I'm JD.
And I'm Pete.
And this is Three Men and a Whiskey, the show where we talk about whiskey, pop culture, and why everything was better way back then when we were young.
Yeah, definitely geekdom.
Yeah, all the way. Tonight, what are we doing? What are we doing tonight, guys?
We are tasting some whiskies which we have absolutely no idea what they are. There's 5 of them, and they're just in little bottles.
A blind tasting. So, but before we do that, shall we? I don't know, talk about a few other things.
Yeah.
What's going on in the world of whiskey with anyone? Any new bottlings? Anything interesting going on?
I thought the big news was all about McMyra.
That is big news.
Yeah,
That is
big news. Big news. Hot off the press.
So yeah, weirdly, it's not actually. It doesn't seem to have been in the press that much. Even though it's like, I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, McMyra announced a few weeks ago, back in August, that it was going into administration. It's officially bankrupt and shut down. And this only a few weeks after they'd announced a new distributor for their whiskey in the UK.
Yeah.
So it all was looking, well, we thought it was looking rosy, but...
Well, yeah, I bought one. So whether... Is it like when painting artists, when they die, their paintings go up in value? Will whiskey distilleries and whiskies from that distillery, if they go bust, they go up in value?
I mean, it did. It did in the, in olden days. There was, like all those ones that closed down, like Port Ellen and all those distilleries.
They're all reopening again though.
Yeah, but their old stock is like stupidly expensive now. So you never know. Might be worth holding on to.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's not like those other whiskies though, is it? You're not going to find a barrel of McMyra in the middle of the woods, that hasn't been seen for hundreds of years or something.
Would they make a horror film out of that?
Horror film about whiskey?
You could do a horror film about whiskey, couldn't you? I mean, it's in the countryside.
There have been some horrible whiskies.
Low staff numbers. There's only a few people who work at distilleries. So it's a nice small number of people for when the killing starts.
And at the very end, they can put them in a barrel and put the lid on and drown them with new make.
All adds to the flavour.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Fair enough.
We have to write a screenplay for it. That's it.
Exactly.
Job done.
I'm trying to think. Other whiskey. I mean, we do have something going on soon, which we'll do some videos.
Yeah.
We've got a festival. We've got 2 festivals we're going to in October.
Yeah. One in Sheffield, one in Bakewell. The one in Sheffield, it's a new one, not been to it before, so it'd be interesting to see what they've got there.
And what about non-whiskey stuff? Anything else? Anything else going on in the world of geekdom, pop culture? Seen any good movies recently?
I saw The Substance. That was good. Any more?
There's been loads of press about that. People walking out and stuff.
It is pretty nasty.
Is it?
And it's pretty gruesome at the end, but it's kind of comedic as well. But
Is it like Evil Dead?
yes, in the last third of it, definitely. Yeah. It's like Black Mirror, but with like a higher budget and just like. Did you ever see Existence?
Yeah.
Well, I remember from Existence was that everything in it had like a really distinct sound, like it was all like food related and squelchy. Yeah. It's got a lot of that in it. It's got squelching stuff and really good sound design.
That film was out back when there was a whole run of not similar films, but they all had a similar feel. Like Gattaca and.
Yeah, high concept sci-fi.
Yeah, that kind of
around 2000-ish.
Early 2000s when you had lots of little movies like that.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Faculty. That was another one that.
Faculty.
Is that it?
Yeah, I remember that.
Young Elijah Wood.
That's right.
And Terminator. The Terminator, Robert Patrick.
Did it?
Yeah, he was I think he was wasn't he the.
One of the teachers.
Oh wow.
It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
Yeah, there were a lot of stuff about them.
Yeah.
Me, I just I went to rewatch a film that you would love, I'm sure. Dark Knight.
Oh.
On IMAX. Went to rewatch that 10 years or so, no, 15 years since that came out.
I'd have been paid to go and see that.
You would have loved it. You'd have loved it. On the big screen, big IMAX. Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah.
Christian Bale's chin.
Christian Bale.
Yeah. What a guy.
All the way. There you go.
He's my my least favourite actor, I would say. Christian Bale.
One of my faves.
No.
Nothing.
Apart from that one about the finance, you like him in that one.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to watch it because he was in it, and I watched it.
Oh, Big Short.
And he wasn't in it that much, so it was okay.
That's Big Short.
Yeah, Big Short.
He's great in that.
Yeah,
he's great.
Yeah.
He's very good.
But he's not in it a lot.
Okay.
So there you go.
Put it that way. Good. You can have that funky Northern glass.
Come on, huh?
I love the Northern glass. You've got a Northern glass, haven't you?
I have got one, yeah. I want to get one of those. They call them. I know it's all just marketing rubbish, but you know the ones that are based on Japanese mountains, and they kind of have like mouldings at the bottom that look like mountains and stuff, and they've got ridges and there's a whole set of them you can get now.
What does that do to the drink?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Just looks good while you're drinking it, you know.
Yeah. Right. What percentage is this one?
Well, they're all cask. They're all 53.2.
53.2. 53.2. It's clean. It's a clean smell.
It's got like a cool smell. It's like a. It's not spicy.
No. You going in?
Yeah, why not? It's kind of on the fruity side, I'd say.
Yeah.
Say so. Something a bit further, like Highlands way, maybe. Is it the Highlands ones are normally the fruity ones? Maybe, might be wrong.
Could be.
It's quite dry. Do you think it's been in a finishing cask?
No, I think these are. They're all octave ones from
Spirits
Embassy, I think.
I don't know, there's something.
That finish is just starting to finish now. It's like a really long finish.
I'm gonna do the I'm gonna do the water thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put a bit of water in, not too much though. Literally not too much.
Not too much.
Makes all the difference.
Well, you can open it up sometimes. I'm not putting Coke in or Mountain Dew, so we're okay.
Mm-hmm. Talking of Mountain Dew, we had a question, didn't we, from our last video around Mountain Dew, about what it was and what it is, and
Nectar.
Yeah.
Nectar from the gods.
Nectar from the gods.
Is Mountain Dew.
It got banned.
It did get banned for a while. Yeah. But it came back.
Yeah.
Not as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
If you go to America, you still get
You still
proper Mountain. Yeah, the banned Mountain Dew in America. Yeah, if you go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's great. It's great. It's bad. I've not had it for quite a long time. I'm not entirely sure how I'd react to be bouncing off the wall.
It's fluorescent or something.
Yeah, that's the reason why I probably would. As much as I said last time, I would put it in a whiskey. I'd give it a go. It probably wouldn't look good because I mean it's like fluorescent greeny yellow.
No, you need to the same colour like Tizer or something like that.
Yeah, I did have whiskey with Fanta.
Oh,
was it Fanta?
really?
I think it was Fanta. Yeah, and it was some Spanish colleagues who introduced me to it. They said it was a thing. But I think it might have just been their thing. I don't know if it was an actual thing. But and it was pretty good actually.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey and Fanta. I think it was cheap whiskey, so I'm not sure you'd put I'm gonna shout out something like Tomatin, or so again Highlandy.
Do you think?
Or, but again, it's all if it is an octave, it's all about what they've grabbed, right? What they've got in their own stock. Yeah, it's.
I don't know. It just
is right,
stopped. It's like didn't like they were doing anything then.
This was the isn't that what's his name? The Nose, Patterson.
Yeah.
That's how he's
Just
nose right
nose
away in.
straight in.
None of this. He's like nose straight in.
Yeah. Got no nose. Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm going to say anything different to what you're suggesting. Maybe Tomatin.
I mean, it's a shot in the dark. It's a stab in the dark. That, to be honest.
Yeah. Could well be.
And I'm actually looking at my shelves now to see if there's anything that I could think of there might be. No.
It's not salty. It's not peaty. It's kind of like a dried fruit, which sometimes you get stuff like Glenrothes is a bit like that sometimes. But I don't think it's Glenrothes. Not that strength. Not that boiling strength.
So.
Yeah.
Dram B.
Right, Dram B. Dram B.
Dram B.
Dram B.
Ooh. Definitely a different smell.
More of a straw colour this one, isn't it?
Straw, different colour.
It's very light.
It's like is it marzipan?
Yeah.
Kind of.
And obviously you get vanilla, don't you? But this is very, very strong, like a vanilla ice cream, sweet, lingering smell.
So what films would have visually impaired or blind people in there? I think.
Well, I did a little bit of research on this in preparation.
Okay.
Because I was like, well, there's got to be some. I could only think of Daredevil at the time.
Yeah.
Which is probably best forgotten, that film, isn't it? It wasn't
Daredevil.
Wasn't great.
Was it that bad? Do you think time would be kind to that film?
I mean, if you want to rewatch it and let me know, feel free. But I'm not entirely sure I want to waste my 2 hours of my time. But no, I did do a quick. I put a quick list together of ones that I would consider famous or at least well known. Scent of a Woman.
Okay.
From 1992.
Mm-hmm.
See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Oh,
classic. That's a classic. That's a good film.
Classic film.
89.
With Gene Wilder and
Gene Wilder and
Richard Pryor.
Yeah, brilliant film that.
Class film. I didn't. 1989. I didn't realise it was that late. I thought it was earlier than that. To be honest, but
they did a few together, didn't they?
Daredevil. A current one. It's on Netflix. All the Light We Cannot See. It's like a war movie, and it's this girl who's completely blind, and it's like a story from her perspective.
Oh, right.
And Rogue One.
Rogue One, yes.
You've got
it has like a monk who's totally not a Jedi. That's right.
Yeah, he's force sensitive, right?
Yeah.
He's got a bit of force going on.
Yeah, he swings a stick about, doesn't he?
I mean, there's probably other. There will be other films, but that's not a lot, is it?
Yeah, Don't Breathe. That was another one, where a horror film.
He's like a war veteran, and his youngsters break in and try and steal his money, and it gets very weird and it's.
Yeah.
I'd imagine there's probably a few horror films out there.
Yeah.
Just in general, because it's like
dark. But most films are dark nowadays. You have to turn your light off because you actually watch them, don't you?
Well, that's like modern Star Trek.
Modern, yeah.
It's too dark.
And then an honourable mention maybe to Bird Box, but that's forced.
Blindfold on, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's I guess it's going through the same gambit of having to use your other senses to
see where danger is.
But there's not. My research did not bring up a lot, which suggests that.
Well, there's a long tradition of martial arts films where it's there's like the blind swordsman and things like that. And then there was some in the 80s. You have to tell me what they are. I've forgotten their names. When he's like taking on hordes of bad guys, but has to just listen to where the swords are coming from.
Yeah. Like Luke Skywalker when he's got a little helmet.
Or Neo in the Matrix, he goes blind later on, doesn't he? The second and third ones.
It'd be the third one because I don't know.
The third one. Oh,
yeah, the third one. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, you need to watch that. It's a really good film.
No.
Yeah. You've got to watch that.
So what we're saying is that there's a lack of representation for visually impaired characters possibly in Hollywood.
Could just be our own faults for not knowing that they're out there, but you're probably right.
There might be some out there. So if there are, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a lot spicier.
Yeah. Colours. It's not taken on the colour. It's like really compared to these other ones.
For me, it does feel like it dies a bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't. And it's still, what is it, 50? Because all cast strength, aren't they? 51.2.
51.2.
Does Fettercairn do any cast strengths?
They probably do most.
Not sure. They might well do. Do you think it's Fettercairn?
I don't know. Just got a feeling. She's probably totally wrong.
I prefer number one.
I prefer number one as well, not quite, because
the finish is very short. It's got like a kind of white pepper taste, to my taste buds anyway.
Yeah, when you say that.
It is a sweet smell, but you don't get much of the sweetness when you drink it. Less sweet on the taste.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have no. Genuine. This is the main problem with doing these kinds of tasting. I have no idea.
People eat with their eyes, don't they? Or drink with their eyes, and you can't see. So you don't know what it is. So if any of that's a Macallan, it'll be highly overrated, I'm sure. And everyone will be like, "Oh, it's rubbish. It's someone else." Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these guys wouldn't put Macallan out just because of how expensive Macallan is. Yeah. But no, we did. Holly and I did a blind food tasting once where it was in Berlin. I think they've got one in London as well. There's these restaurants where you get taken in to this room, and the room is completely black, and I mean. Totally, you can't see anything. You're led in by the waiter, so you're all like, if you've got a table of 6, you'll be sharing a table with other people as well.
Yeah.
And you're arm on each other's shoulders, so you're led in, and they move quite quickly. And I think all the waiters, the wait staff, are blind or visually impaired as well. And so they serve you, so they're used to it because they know the layout and everything. So they serve you, and it was incredible, but I mean it was messy.
Did you get ketchup on your face?
Well, it was more one of those of like you do. I don't know. Well, maybe it's just me, but I did find myself just relying more on my fingers than on the cutlery.
What if it was like a nest of octopus tentacles or something?
Well, I mean that was the risk. That it could be. You literally could be anything that you're eating. It was a very good meal. It was a very, 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 very good meal. But it was very freaky because it was properly black. Like I couldn't see anything. And then at one point, they tell you not to turn your phones on or anything like that. And some lady turned their phone on, and like the whole room lit up for a second. And it was like, oh, what is that? And then somebody else had to be taken out because they panicked. So someone was taken because they full on panicked with it. Yeah. And it was, but it really did do something. It like heightened the senses, It didn't taste
like chicken.
Well, trying to guess what I was eating. I mean, Holly probably did better than me, but I couldn't. Half the time, I could not guess what we were having. I think the main course was a steak, or some sort of beef. I think
steak and chips.
I think it was a bit nicer than that.
Okay.
It was quite expensive.
Steak and mash.
It was good. It was really good. It was really good.
Yeah.
So I will post the link to the place because there's a place in London as well. Because it was phenomenal and quite. If you don't like dark places, then don't go because it is pretty freaky.
I'm sure that there are places that do blind cocktails and stuff where you get blindfolded.
I mean, probably. I mean,
that's just in your private time, mate.
How do you know that?
Don't know. I read blindfold at the time.
Wow. Gone there. There you go.
Only had one and a bit.
It's a scary thought. Oh, there's the Pepsi blind taste test.
85%.
The City World Cinemas always tells us about that. Pepsi is the nation's favourite.
It's the new code.
Based on a survey done by Pepsi.
No wonder they're going out of business.
City World.
Yeah. Throwing their lot in with Pepsi. Oh my goodness.
So we're going to make a shout on this one. Is anyone going to? I put my neck on the line and said tomato for the last one, which I'm pretty sure it's not.
It could be something like Singleton. I don't know. If they do cask strength or.
I don't know if they do. Actually, maybe.
Could be.
It was very. I don't know. I hate to say it was a bit boring because it just died. There.
Do you think it might be a newer
distillery? Young.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Could be.
Alright, we'll see. Right then, so this is the third one. C.
C.
3 or C? Or both?
C3.
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 Yeah. What a character.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's got a bit more.
That's a bit more sherry influence, I'd say.
You reckon?
On that.
Kind of like, it's like fudge scotch.
We had a comment about one of your tasting notes from the last video, Pete, about the like walking down a gravel path. What kind of thing would you say about this one then? That's equally as enlightening.
It's more like wading through a marshland,
On a November day.
No, this is more summery. This is more of a summery.
Oh.
Maybe
running
maybe autumn. It's not winter. It's not dry fruits. It's not.
So running through some heather.
Heather.
Stay on the path.
Yeah.
What's that?
Don't stray off the road. That's American Werewolf in London, isn't it?
It's been a long time since I've seen that one. All I remember is the pub in that, the really local
Rick
pub.
Mail's in there.
Is he?
Yeah, Rick Mail's one of the
punters.
one of the people sitting there. Yeah, because he'd met John Landers on something else, and he said he was a big fan of his, and he just turned up one day to stay in the pub for that. Yeah.
You do think League of Gentlemen definitely took some inspiration from that
without
pub,
a
didn't
doubt.
they?
Without a doubt. Oh, that's spicy, isn't it?
Yeah, much more so, yeah.
Yeah.
Deep in thought, aren't we?
I am thinking something maybe sherried, maybe like Oloroso or something. Because it's not as sweet as.
No.
So like, what is it? PX is your sweet one. Oloroso is your dry one, isn't it? Dry sherry. So it might be something. So it could be. I mean, but then I just go to what are the really big sherry bombs Glenfarclas, Glendronach.
Yeah, what's the what have we got on this one?
It won't be Glenfarclas.
No, 55.8, because the 105, that's 60%.
Yeah.
So that's just slightly off it.
Yeah. So maybe, I mean, Glendronach do a lot of bottling, so I mean, Glendronach are a big sherried.
That's a good shout.
Maybe.
You've got a very big sherry sensor. So if you're saying it's sherry,
well, I'm saying it. I mean, I might be completely wrong because I often have this stuff. It's like you're saying you've got like notes of butterscotch and things like that. So I'm terrible.
I don't think it's as. Even though the last one had a short finish, I don't think it's as sweet as the last one. Myself. What region then do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably do space. Yeah, space side or something like that. Although Glendronach's technically not space side, but it's pretty close.
Yeah. Well,
down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like that one actually.
No.
Very nice.
Okay, pop a tiny bit of water in. I can safely say the water did nothing for the first day. It might.
Need some Dasani.
Really? You can do that? We could do an advert.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Nothing for me. It's very similar. Maybe I didn't put enough in.
So you don't feel like you're spinning around in a field of heather then when you do this?
No. I mean, it. I agree with you that it's not. It doesn't feel that wintry.
No.
The only thing that's making me go there is probably because it's cash strength, so it's a bit more potent, so it makes you go. Ooh, it knocks you back a little bit. But you're right. It is still relatively light. But I do think there's there's some kind of sherried hint to it.
Yeah, I think there's a sherry.
Yeah, maybe isn't
something in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dram D, yeah, Dram D.
D-zone. Colour.
Golden syrup.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. Yes, very complex sugar.
Oh wow. That's got a bit of peat on that, everybody. Yeah. Didn't smell it. Didn't smell that. That's peatier than
hidden peat.
Yeah, that is peaty. There's nothing on it.
Nothing on the nose. This one's 59.7. So that could be Kalila, Ardbeg.
Yeah, I don't think it's strong enough. The peat's not strong enough. I don't think. I'm trying to bring it out on the nose because it isn't. Kalila's a good shout.
I'm not sure if it's good enough.
Or I mean the less peatier ones are things like Kalila, Bumor, Bruichladdich.
Yeah.
I'll go Bruichladdich. Kalila, the peat on them, I always experience it like being like rubber, like a rubbery tyre. It's a very specific type of peat. And I don't know if it's just because I don't know what it is, but
yeah,
I don't know if I can smell that and taste it.
That's weird. It's not
like super sheep.
There's a little bit on the nose if you really.
It's not going to be something like the Froy who gives it.
No.
So
So what does cask strength? PT.
Yeah. And again, it may not be either. I mean, it could be. A Talisker. It's not PT enough. It's not PT enough for Talisker.
I think it might be Islay myself.
But yeah, one of the less crazy peat ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Even Kilcommon. That's not that peaty.
Depends on
59.7.
59.7. It's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dram 4.
Yeah, I think it's from that neck of the woods.
Yeah, I reckon it's. Yeah.
Islay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
It's a reasonable bunch.
yeah, like running through a burning forest.
Like running from a burning forest. I mean, you should market your skills to the distilleries.
It's a lot of crazy people.
What type of forest? Is it like a pine tree or deciduous?
No, and I'd be very upset if a pine tree forest was on fire, because I love the smell of pine. I could just lie down and let it wash over me.
But it would smell very nice burning as well.
Be a bit prickly though, wouldn't it?
Needles, yeah.
And if you go outside, I mean, we've got our next door neighbour's got a pine tree. There's needles all over our garden.
Oh, alright, okay.
And pine cones.
Yeah, I don't know how to do with them, but yeah, it's great.
Christmas decorations. That's what you can use.
Million.
Spray them silver and gold.
Get on Etsy.
And then, yeah.
There you go.
So
Got a whole new business.
Turn for like 50p. And then 50p each, but delivery is £7.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can put a bow around it as well, just to make it worthwhile.
Okay.
Yeah. And a little message inside. The pine cone's got a name or something. I don't know. Hi, I'm Fred.
Be like, what are they? The Cabbage Patch Kids, as they were back in the day. I'm sure they had names. Their names? Probably did.
Well, they're hideous.
I'm sure you had to collect them all.
Cabbage Patch.
Just like everything else.
Well, actually, something came up on my Facebook feed the other day, and it was the Garbage Pail Kids. Those stickers. I'm sure I've got some somewhere. They were disgusting.
Well, you're sitting on a small fortune, are you?
Probably not, no. But I didn't have a full collection. They were just. But yeah, I had quite a lot of them. I remember trading them at school.
Those things are worth so much. I mean, it's like I had the original Castle Grayskull and.
I had Castle Grayskull as well.
Yeah.
Castle Grayskull, and I had what was Skeletor's called?
Skull Mountain.
Yeah.
I had that as well. That was so cool. It had loads of little trapdoors in it and stuff.
Yeah. It's always fun being the bad guy.
Yeah. Dram E. So it's good that we're using our own glasses this time, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know why people were so offended. Of all the things that I thought Mountain Dew and Coke in whiskey would be the thing that offended people the most. But no, people were most offended after our last video about the fact that we shared glasses. We shared because we're friends. We know we've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
We're not afraid to get COVID from each other. It's fine.
Exactly.
But we all have separate glasses this time.
There we go.
How's the Norland glass?
It's
because the reason is apparently it's designed like that so that it can be it's a bit like this, so you can nose it, which is like these ones, the Glencairn, but it's easier for sipping because these are quite hard for sipping because it gets caught, doesn't it, sometimes?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not warming it up, is it? Because you've got
you can't warm it up like you can with these. No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But warming it up releases the vapours, isn't it?
It's meant to collect the vapours, isn't it? The shape collects the vapours in the bit where you stick your nose in.
Oh, we could stick a candle.
But you're right, the heat thing is a candle.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah, it's this one.
I'm just a sucker for funky new glasses.
Well, yeah, we'll have to have different glasses every time we try them.
I think we might need to bring
the glass,
the special glass that you tried on us a few months ago. That you can't actually drink out of.
No, I might give it a go.
Yeah, I think we'll try that on the next tasting. Next tasting, we'll do that.
Yeah.
It's not very functional.
No, it's not.
It has form. It has no function.
From Fettercairn, that one.
Yeah.
Just a pure, beautiful thing in itself.
It is, yeah.
If you try and drink from it, you
glass technology.
It's messy.
Okay. Alright, what's this one got? A bit more on the nose on this one, actually, I think.
It's not as so 51.2. That's pretty light
51.2
for a Castro.
It's more leathery. What leather?
Leather.
Mm.
There we go.
Tanned leather?
What leather?
Tanned.
Tan leather?
Do you get tanned leather?
I don't know. Didn't leather tanned already?
Whipped leather.
Whipped leather.
I don't know, what kind of leather can you get? Black leather?
I was thinking like when you have a handbag, you know.
I mean, you get leather jackets, leather jeans. Leather jeans? No, leather trousers.
What do you mean, like the leather's been worn in a bit?
Leather shoes, leather boots.
Shoes, yeah.
Leather hats.
Sofa.
Yeah. True.
Mm.
I think our leather knowledge is low.
It's expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good facts.
At least it's not PVC.
Wow.
Quite short on
I don't know about this one.
Sounds. It's not sweet. A bit grainy. Cereal.
There's a aftertaste there. I'm not sure about. Your leather thing might not be off the. You know what I'm getting actually is wet feet.
Wet feet?
Yeah, which I've had before from a Strathiley.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean like wet doggy, wet feet?
Yeah,
like something that's been in the rain for a bit.
Yeah, or like you've been out in the rain and you come back and you've got wet feet, wet socks.
Wet feet. Still wear shoes outside.
You've worn those really, really rubbish, kind of pumps that you can get that are not
I get you.
Like canvas.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wet socks.
Wet
there
socks.
You go.
Wet socks, okay.
Instead of wet feet. Which I did get, and I did put that down as a tasting note once when we years ago, and it was a Strathiley, and a lot of people got wet feet.
It's going to insult a lot of people who put their heart and soul into this.
I mean, when it turns out it's everyone else's favourite, and it's like one of the great. It's like an award-winning whiskey. It shows what I know.
Wet feet.
Wet feet. Hey, look, we all have our own. No, there's something in the taste I don't.
It's quite a smooth tasting whiskey.
You think?
It's got a short finish.
I don't know. I can't get past that aftertaste.
What I mean is, it doesn't burn on the way down.
No, it's
not particularly spicy.
But none of them particularly I have, I think.
There was one that had the first one had a long finish on it. The first one did.
Well, one of them had
the first one burned on the way down.
Yeah.
The rest of them not so much.
Considering they're over 50%, it's
an achievement.
Yeah,
definitely.
I've done well.
So you say it's Strathiley?
Strathiley.
I mean, only because that was a tasting note I put for Strathiley once. and it was the only time I'd ever got that kind of an aftertaste. I don't know.
I think if it is, you'll have bragging rights.
Forever,
yeah.
For the rest of
Strathiley.
I mean, clearly it won't be. I think I'm miles away.
I don't think they're going to be knocking on the door for a marketing job.
It's alright.
Perfect. Right.
You could do it with your gravel paths and
Yeah, that's true. Gravel paths and burning forests. It's just, like I said, it's just leather to me. Leather.
But you wouldn't drink leather, would you?
Depends what you mix it with,
Drink leather.
Well,
How
something
would you-
leather infused, would you?
Oh,
You wouldn't drink
okay.
something leather infused.
Okay. Yeah.
You wouldn't dip leather in your tea.
Yeah, but what about when you like eat Galaxy chocolate and they say it's smooth as silk, you know?
Yeah, no, well, that's
It's a
just,
bit like
that's
that,
just
isn't it?
crazy marketing people, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So you could have a leathery thing. What about jerky? Jerky's
I mean, you can
leathery.
take
The
pretty much,
virtue that it is pretty much leather.
I must
pretty much
say,
any bottle, can't you? And they'll always have some kind of, you know.
do you know I had a leather tie once?
I remember your leather tie.
My leather tie, yeah.
Yeah. It was a thin one, wasn't it? It was a really thin one.
really
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
But I got a wooden one as well. It was wood. It had like moved around and stuff. But I must say, it was when you wore it, it was really heavy. It was quite thick.
Or on your neck, you know, I felt like you had the weight of the
so-
world on your neck.
Yeah. So I couldn't wear it for long.
Did you ever impress anyone with the wooden tie, or was it
You know,
just?
I impressed everybody with my wooden tie. Yeah.
I mean, that's when ties were a thing.
Yeah.
Ties haven't been a thing for a while.
Leather tie, woolen tie.
I remember the experience of getting like a nice white tie, and then going to like a nightclub with the UV light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quality, yeah.
And you had a shirt that used to light up, didn't you?
I did have a shirt that used to light up.
It was at the
pretty-
buttons, or was
pretty-
it?
yeah.
I remember.
And
having
it
a
was
shirt-
back in those clubbing days.
Yeah, I remember.
I can remember you had that shirt that was poppers and everyone kept saying,
Oh yeah.
I did have a shirt. I didn't. No, it was Velcro.
It's
Velcro
Velcro,
shirt.
yeah, Velcro,
Yeah,
yeah.
Velcro shirt. Yeah.
It was
I think I
exactly-
still have the Velcro shirt. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I don't fit into it. Yeah, I do still have that. I think it's upstairs somewhere.
is it?
Yeah.
Same thing with poppers though, I suppose you could just
Yeah. Yeah.
pop them open.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the days. But ties, you don't wear them. When do you wear tie? Do you have to wear a tie at work?
Ish. Not always. Not always.
I wear them.
Sometimes.
Do you?
I wear them. Yeah, if I'm doing a meeting, online meeting, I wear my tie. Yeah.
Well, it's just
sometimes.
changed completely. It's like the only time
I've no pants on though, but
I've got so many ties upstairs. I've got dozens of ties upstairs, and weddings and funerals is pretty much it now for when I get to wear a tie.
Everyone
Not that I'm complaining.
at my places, I thought I was underdressing, but everyone seems to dress the same. It's always formal on the top, like a shirt or something. Then as you go down,
jeans.
it gets less and less formal. So you have jeans, and then I have trainers on at the bottom, and then that's it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even shoes half the time.
the smart casual thing is shoes with anything else, isn't it?
So we're going with A then. So what is Dram A then?
Dram A is a Duncan Taylor Glenrothes single cask.
Knew it.
You knew it. You knew it.
Never even
we didn't.
entered my.
Isn't Glenrothes the little?
That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Yeah.
The
You get
little
get
round
those-
bottle.
Yeah.
Like a hand
Yeah.
grenade.
Distinctive
Yeah.
bottles.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
has distinctive
Yeah.
bottles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's how-
Let's have B, the light coloured, the light
The
one.
light coloured one. Fettercairn Warehouse 14. Oh yeah, Fettercairn Warehouse 14.
I'm pretty sure you said Fettercairn, didn't
You
you?
did.
I think so.
You said Fettercairn, yeah.
That's
That's a possibility.
that's well done you.
There you
There you go.
go. Dram C then. That. Because it's right in the middle. C. Is an Arran Bodega. Now we've done loads of Arrans tastings. Did we select? Did we think it was Arran?
No, didn't even enter again. We agreed it was sherry,
Yes.
and I went with Glenrothes.
Yeah.
I didn't think of Arran at the time, but no,
Yeah.
Arran Bodega, sherry.
Yeah.
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 It's good whiskey.
Yeah. Really is.
Cool.
Really is.
And then D.
D. We've got Benromach cask strength. We didn't get that, did we?
No,
that's
well that was the PT one. PT one.
So,
We were very convinced it was Isla, but like a lighter Isla.
Yeah.
But no, still.
But Benromach, they have they've got a 15-year-old that's like a bit peated. And that 15-year-old is a good balancer of them.
They do.
To be fair.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. What's left?
E was Bunnahabhain. It's one of their 2023
Ìle
festivals. Yeah. Didn't get that.
No, didn't. All I got was that it was wet feet. That's all I got. Wet feet.
Wet feet. There's a band called Wet Leg.
Wet leg.
I think they have wet feet as well.
Wet leg are very good.
Wet leg, yeah.
I quite like wet leg.
Yeah.
I think they passed me by.
They're quite young. They're quite young.
Are they?
They're very modern. Yeah.
I struggle with I still listen to Queen in the car. I'm sorry.
Not my favourite.
Yeah.
See, my go-to is 90s radio station.
Well, these days I'll put 80s, 90s, maybe a bit of noughties like mix on Spotify.
Yeah.
In the car, I'll do a bit of that.
Yeah.
But what can I say? Creature of habit.
Queen. Yep. That's
There it goes.
Brilliant.
Good. Well.
We did kind of. You got Fettercairn.
We got one.
Yeah.
I think we'll collectively say we got one.
Yeah, we can.
We'll take that.
I think we might have to.
Did people decide what their favourites were then?
For me, I think it was this one. I think it was C. I think it was the Arran Bodega.
See, I like the Arran. I thought it got stronger, and then I wasn't sure of the last one, but yeah, those two.
I'll go with whatever A was.
A.
That was the Duncan Taylor, wasn't it?
Duncan
Glenrothes.
Yeah, I'll go with Glenrothes. That was a nice one.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
That had the best finish on it.
Yes.
Very long, lingering finish.
Yeah. That was surprising. Very few of them had any kind of, not good for a winter dram. I don't think a lot of them. So coming up next, we've got the Seven Hills Whisky Festival.
Yep.
We'll put the links on for that. That's October the 5th, and certainly you're not going to that.
I'm not at that one.
So yeah, so the two of us are going to that. So we're going to do some. We'll do some video there, hopefully. Then we've got the Wee Dram Festival. That's a long-running festival. That's towards the end of October. We'll probably look to do some video stuff there as well. And then if anyone's got any ideas for what they would like us to cover, we were thinking of doing something horror-related, weren't we, in October?
Halloween horror,
Halloween horror.
That's definitely my thing.
And mix something.
John as well. So we'll think of something. Yeah, definitely.
Sounds good. Cool.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you as always.
Thanks for watching.